special guest, Myriam Sarachik. Myriam, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi all, I'm Myriam Sarachik. I'm an experimental condensed matter physicist. It's a pleasure to be here with you this evening.
I truly appreciate you making the commute out here to Beverly. Where's home for you? How long did it take to get here?
Well, I'm currently living in New York. I'm a physics professor at the City College of New York. Since I do not own a car, I got here using public transportation. The commute took about 7 hours.
Wow, that's a long ride. Please tell me you're spending the night before traveling back.
Oh, of course, Lily. I'll be staying the night at the Wiley Inn. The faculty here at Endicott is truly accommodating. I'm actually really excited to present a lesson to the science department and its students tomorrow in the Life Science and Business building in the auditorium.
Myriam, please tell us a bit about your background.
Let's see. I was born back in 1933 in Antwerp, Belgium. I attended primary school in my hometown, but since the Nazis invaded the surrounding country during World War II, my family sought refuge in Havana, Cuba.
So, how long were you in Cuba for?
Well, we spent about 5.5 years in Cuba, and that's where I completed my primary school. But then in 1947, my family was granted a visa to enter the United States. We arrived in New York, and after settling, I attended the Brown School of Sciences for my secondary education.
And so where did you attend college?
I attended Columbia University, where I earned my MS and PhD.
Myriam, what is your area of expertise? And what inspired you to pursue this profession?
Well, as I said while introducing myself, I am an experimental condensed matter physicist. So that basically means that I help improve people's understanding of the nature of matter. So this is why I'm here to speak with the science major students tomorrow during their lecture period. But as for my inspiration to enter this field, there were multiple factors that contributed to this decision. First, my father had a love for physics, and I look up to him. And so because of that, I took physics classes one growing up to make him proud. So these classes were truly challenging for me, but I loved that I was able to see improvements as I worked through these problems. Yeah, it's great. But, but later on, George Smith, a very impressive physicist at Bell Labs, allowed me to work in an experiment with him through this process. I feel that I was able to learn a great deal with him.
I'm sure. That's truly inspiring. So what would you consider to be your most important achievement as a experimental condensed matter physicist?
Let's see. In 1996, I took part in a series of papers reporting evidence for a metal insulator transition in 2D. So these papers caught people's attention, drawing a great deal of debate and about a dozen theoretical models. A lot of this debate was about whether we saw a true metal insulator transition in 2D or not, and everyone had expected that this metallic behavior was forbidden.
So what was the result of this study, and how does this discovery impact people today?
Well, Lily, the response to the discovery of these systems to an external magnetic field is quite unusual and caused dramatic reactions from citizens. These findings have fueled a lively debate. The issue is whether these novel effects represent fundamentally new physics or whether they can be explained by an extension of physics that is already understood. So this new concept is actually applied to the foundation of Tesla, where they're actually applying parallel to the plane of electrons. This causes the resistance to increase drastically to a much larger and constant value. The parallel magnetic field suppresses the metallic temperature dependence.
So what is a particular set of experiments that you worked on, and what methods were used?
The purpose of my studies was to see how electrons move through solid objects when responding to potential differences in variations in temperature. I conducted multiple studies to gather data on this topic. I did this by looking at the magnetic and electrical properties of solids, as well as taking their measurements at low temperatures.
So what conclusions have you arrived at after completing this research?
Well, since science is an ongoing process of research and discovery, the true conclusion of my studies is still yet to come. There's been a lot of controversy over what's the true meaning to the answers to the questions I have posed.
Well, this is some impressive work that you've done, and I thank you again for joining me tonight. Best of luck with your presentation tomorrow.
Thanks again for having me, Lily.